Why is simultaneously the most problematic thing in the world, but also the most wholesome? Imagine men existing. No matter where you're from, no matter where you're from, no matter who you are, we are all, no matter what creed, race, ethnicity, no matter where you lie under the LGBT spectrum, no matter what mental illness you have, every single person in this planet is unified by the idea that nobody wants to get caught gooning. At least not by their parents. Unless that's their kink. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Slub channel. I'm so glad you joined us for a very chaotic day. Some might say that what we're going to be watching today is immensely random, and to that I would say you're absolutely goddamn right, because at the end of the day, the internet is a smorgasbord of randomness and nonsense, and sometimes appropriativity goes completely out the window, as you would expect a place like Cornhub to be filled with the most inappropriate and degenerate comments imaginable. But in reality, Cornhub is actually a source of the most random, chaotic energy you'll ever find. So today, we're going to be checking out Cornhub comments. And if you ever want to support me and help me do what I do for a living, you can go check out my Patreon. If you do, it helps you get to see behind the scenes, get series that's exclusive to Patreon. Of course, it's not mandatory, and if you want to do it, just know that you are supporting me directly. Or you can just enjoy my content for free at all times otherwise. So thanks for watching, and please enjoy the show. All right, chat, please do not judge me for this. I know what you're thinking. I already know what you're thinking. Like, oh, but Makari, Cornhub? This is against TOS, surely. Nuh-uh. Anyone who's ever gone to Cornhub or looked at the comments on like Rule 34 knows full well that smut and those kind of like websites can have some of the funniest things imaginable on them. So let's have a little look at a video called Comments from the Hub, which I can only assume is going to fill me with more serotonin than my antidepressants.
My forgiveness, 18,000.
Wait. I'm sorry. I completely blanked on what we were watching to begin with. I have to remind myself that what we're watching is Cornhub. And the first comment is from It's Your Boy Jesus. You are on Cornhub, my guy. There is no Jesus around here. At least none that have their clothes on anyway. Maybe Jesus.
Like if you want my forgiveness. 18,000 likes. Haha, why does she look like my mom? Wait, hey, I used to date this girl. William?
Wait, that's my mother and my sister!
You must not commit adultery. Bro, how are you verified as God? I didn't get invited to my best friend's party, so here I am. If this comment gets 10 likes, I will ask out my crush. She left me on red. Me and my grandma.
Whoa,
really
that's sad.
My grandma and I. Hold up, damn, I'm a guy watching Girl on Girl, and all I can think is, huh, cute top. I have some.
Wait, did you know that we have a Discord and a Twitch? No? Well, now you do. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you click those little links over there and be part of the fun? Just like the rest of us cool kids, you know what I'm saying?
This is what's known in the business as watching porn for the plot. Now, I don't mean to sound like a degenerate or anything, but if you are that kind of person that is so desensitized to smut that you're starting to pay attention to things other than the deep dicking stuff that's happening on screen, then my guy, may I introduce you to hentai, which is quite literally porn but with plot. In fact, some of the hentais that I've seen have quite possibly better plot than most of the animes I've seen, and slowly over time, I realized my brain is becoming rotted and desensitized because the smeary barrier between regular wholesome anime and hentai is becoming way more smeary as time is going by, and me being able to distinguish the difference might be a sign of my mental illness.
Some news for you, buddy. Hi, sorry for my bad English. Bro, my cousin got run over by a FedEx truck. The package arrived. I'm so deep in the friend zone.
In the corner?
I had a 2-hour phone call with my crush today about fabrics and dresses.
Guys, we're supposed to be gooning, not trying to figure out our midlife crisis.
Yo, what the hell? You had Miss Richards too? Thought she sounded familiar. Bro, I think we went to the same school. I think that is Miss Richards. Where is my son?
Hey, listen. Teaching is a dying art form. Teachers ain't making enough to be able to pay for their rent, let alone anything else. You gotta get a job on the side, you know? Like, the amount of people that I know, myself included, who use Fansly to subsidize their income is immense. Don't knock sex work. Sex work is good for the business, good for the soul, and helps you pay those bills.
Here I am, Dad. Remember, the chance of a duck watching you is very low, but never zero. The
Oh,
duck
God.
that watches, it's guaranteed. Why does that look
Never
like my
zero.
girlfriend? Wait a minute. I don't care.
In fact, there are ducks watching us right now.
Jaws is fake.
Guys,
The
there
Shining
could
is
be a
fake,
duck in
and I
this
can't
very
do all of
room.
those too. This dude has like 80 stepsisters. Fake as hell.
This dude. I once again repeat my sentiment. Hentai. Hentai in a goddamn nutshell.
These stepsisters, fake as hell. Tried this on my sister. Exact same lines. Got me kicked out of the house. Yeah, doing it is cool, but have you...
This is as bad as letting kids get brought up on tablets, try to live their lives by the skibbity toilet phantom tax, and then wondering why your kids are cooked by the time they're 12. This is an entire generation. So the Gen Alpha that we're dealing with currently, yeah, they're skibbity Ohio pilled. Millennials are addicted to porn. Millennials treat Pornhub comments like Gen Zers treat Facebook.
You ever tried washing your dishes as soon as you're done using them so they don't pile up? No, I haven't. I am not gay, but yeah, I'm not even gonna show what this person said, but whenever a sentence starts with, I'm not gay,
True though!
Gay.
True
Being a
though!
man is so hard.
It's like how when someone says, I'm not racist, but... Yeah, dude, you racist.
Wigs, no makeup, no lashes. If you're ugly, you're just ugly. Damn, that was
True
hard.
though.
Hey, language please. My 7-year-old...
Well, I mean, that's more... You can tell that person's British, because in England, when you are under the age of 25, you look cute and you're a twink. The second you turn 26 as a British man, you look like a thumb.
Sun goes on her. Hello, I made an account on here just to say that he's made the worst eggs I've ever seen. I couldn't concentrate after I saw that abomination.
Gonna be honest, I love how people are treating these comments like a critique, like a Yelp review. Yeah, dude, I was trying to goon, but I'm gonna be honest, you know, they were really going at it, but I could not look away from the atrocious, like, what the hell is this, dude? What is that? Like, dude, yeah, sure, we're supposed to be gooning, we're supposed to be watching the intimacy between the people on scene, but I cannot, like, I am completely flaccid now after having seen that.
After I saw that abomination, this girl looks like Sid from Ice Age. Can anyone help me with
that's
my
so
math homework? Of
mean!
course, bro. We are all family in these comments. And of course, to be expected, they did help them. I love it. I could watch this 200 times.
Wait, really? I made an account just to help, so wait, this dude's asking for help on his homework? Bruv.
And of course, to be
Dude, it's like looking at Gaia Online back in 2010. I made an account just to help, so first we start by adding, like, terms. So add 2 to the 20. Oh my god, they actually straight up helped him with his homework. Dog, are you kidding me? Why is Pornhub simultaneously the most problematic thing in the world, but also the most wholesome? And then somewhere below this, someone's like, oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I get off to mathematics. Those algebras. Pythagoras theorem.
expected, they did help them. I love it. I could watch this 200 times just before breakfast. That's like 10.5 hours, dude. When the hell do you eat breakfast? Doing it is cool and all.
Breakfast is an all-day thing. Breakfast is not so much a rule as it is a guideline. Otherwise, why would an all-day breakfast exist? Ha! Take that, conspiracy theorists!
Times wasting all that water. Sometimes I watch the GIF ads instead of the actual video. Is this how a baby is born? My parents just caught me. No. Isn't this a meme site?
Oh no, guys, 07s, pour one out for the poor fella that gets caught. Like, no matter what our differences are in life, no matter where you're from, no matter where you're from, no matter who you are, we are all, no matter what creed, race, ethnicity, no matter where you lie under the LGBT spectrum, no matter what mental illness you have, every single person in this planet is unified by the idea that nobody wants to get caught gooning. At least not by their parents. Unless that's their kink. At which point, we salute you, gooners of the voyeurism. Maybe that's how you want to go out, but I salute you in knowing what you like.
How it feels to chew 5 gum. This guy's hella ugly. Well, how else are you going to relate to the video? I'm tired of doing it. I just
savage.
Want to be loved. First step is to delete anime avatar. No one will find me here. Monkey approved.
Wait. Verified Dream? Dream, what are you doing in the comments, my guy? I mean, hey, look. with the way the world is these days, with how Twitter is, Pornhub legitimately might be a better place to go to for your social services.
Yeah. Monkey approved. If you punch yourself and it hurts, are you strong or are you weak? You're stupid. Do you ever do the deed and the video still plays and start thinking about how disgusting it is? Isn't anyone
Yeah,
else
that's what
getting
gets me going,
concerned
baby.
that her cereal is getting stale? I would usually say
Like, no one goes into the VTuber or VR chat section of Pornhub without feeling immensely dirty afterwards. And you know full well, yo, Clarice! So awkward time, you've come in right when we're watching comments from Pornhub. Today on Totally Normal Things from totally rational and very well-adjusted people on Pornhub.
hey, that poor pizza. But it already had pineapple on it, so it was already doomed. If you do it to a girl, you're low-key gay. Half of her genes are from her dad, which is a man. My last...
Fellas, is it gay to have sex with a woman? I mean, the woman's chromosomes are literally half men, so you're literally having sex with a man. Fellas, is it gay to breathe? I mean, you're literally inhaling dick particles. Fellas, is it gay to look in the mirror? I mean, you're literally looking at a person that's a dick.
Fab. Goodbye, everybody. This is either a no-fap announcement or a death note. Why are you doing this? Please come home. Your mother and I are heartbroken. You either die as stepsister or live
There's something unbridledly amusing about people who see people they know in porn. Like, I'm always waiting for that moment in my life where people see the smut that I make. No, actually, dead ass. Okay, so not for like the fansly stuff that I do, but for those who don't know, I draw hentai. That is just something I do. I had somebody who knew me from my university comment on one of my pictures from years ago. And they were like, wait, are you the Makari that I went to university with? And I was like, yes. Yeah, that was a really weird conversation to have. Thankfully, they didn't get to see my pussy, but, you know, they got to saw the gratuitous amounts of furry porn that I drew, which I don't know which is really worse. Guys, really, hands up in the chat, which is worse? What would you rather be discovered for? The gratuitous hentai you draw, or them finding your bare-ass pussy online?
long enough to see yourself become the stepmom. Does anybody want to come to my birthday party? Just tell when and where. Never
Aw,
had any step
that's so wholesome.
Someone wanna be my stepsister? Hell no. Guys, post-nut clarity hit
Comment made by somebody called Massive Farts, by the way.
sister. Hell no. Guys, post-nut clarity hits me so hard. Sometimes I just want to curl up into a ball and cry.
Dude,
Bro, that's
for
not
real.
Post-nut clarity. That's just depression. Reported for nudity.
Is there anything more like sometimes you, yeah, so here's the slippery slope, right? First of all, you start off by gooning. The gooning leads you to feeling levels of delight and pleasure, right? So you're like, oh man, that feels so good, serotonin and dopamine. At some point though, you realize that your gooning has turned into coping mechanisms so that you can get some level of serotonin in your life. You're so cripplingly sad and depressed and lonely in your life that the only way you get a small hit of adrenaline and dopamine is by gooning in that day. And that's what we call crippling porn addiction. And at that point, you realize that you're almost as fucked as the people you're watching.
Sorry, but did I hear that a hot dog is $6 and the fries are $5? Forget this video. Those prices are insane. I don't care how hot she is. This woman gets in the way of my cereal, I'm fly kicking her into next week. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Damn, that thing is huge, but you want to know what else is huge? My love for Jesus Christ.
Yo, amen, brother, amen. Jesus, take the wheel.
They log in, but what the hell? Does she not realize skipping school can not only ruin her grades, but her whole life? I'll never understand why people do it.
God, we live in such a time where people are watching Cornhub like I watch YouTube. Like, I load up a Reggie video trying to watch him get through like some weird challenge in Total Warhammer or something, and I'm like, dude, that's so cool. These guys are loading up Cornhub, looking at these people doing the do like an any % speedrunner. Like, dude, I can't wait to watch the this new playthrough. They're like taking in the set scenes, they're taking it in, like, we live in a society. We truly do live in a society.
What is wrong with these videos? Not including kissing. People
Ew,
are nicer on these
kissing?
comment threads than on
That's
Facebook.
gay.
It's because we're all distressed from doing the deed.
Yo,
Who puts a Coke
you wouldn't
bottle
kiss me
that
if you're
far
gay,
away
right?
on their desk? You'd have
Kiss
to
me or
really
gay.
lean
Kiss me
over
or
the
nothing.
monitors and
Mwah.
stuff.
Kiss the
I
homies.
Yeah, he
Not
looks
gay to
kinda
kiss the
tall,
homies.
So maybe he has
We all
one arm.
homosexual out
Still,
here.
That's hella impractical. These plots sure have advanced. I mean, a flashback scene? Come on, this is some advanced...
Whoa. Next thing you're going to say is that my Cornhub video is going to have a cross-dissolve put into it. Whoo, and maybe closed caption. Oh my god. Whoa, bae.
Stuff. My son left his computer open. I ain't even mad. This is some good stuff. I love how she is like, no, gross, but then still kisses him. Lol. Dude, spoiler? I love this.
Okay. I have a self-admittance story here. When I was but a wee young lass, my you know, when you're younger, your parents generally have a little bit of an insight into what you do with your computers because you're not too savvy with them, so you need your parents to look after them. Like, I had to get my dad to update something on my computer one time, and he needed to find something from the internet, so he loaded up my browser, and he found my search history. And the top search history, because I was doing an artful amount of gooning at the time, was big black boobs. And look, I had a type at the time, okay? I was discovering the internet, but my dad unironically just said, well, I mean, you got a good taste. My dad was very based about this whole situation.
Video, but the very beginning, she takes out the chips and puts them away without even eating one. If
Yeah,
this comment
boobs
gets
are nice.
100
Doesn't matter what
likes,
color
I will
they are.
upload a detailed video on how to cook drugs. Where's the
However, when I came out as bisexual, my dad did then point out saying, yeah, I know, I've seen your search history.
video? What have I done? Report this to the council. I must, young Skywalker. I wouldn't have pulled out either. You wouldn't have entered. Guys, I'm quitting this stuff. I wish you all the best because I really love her and she will be moving in with me soon.
Aggie, hi there,
1
darling.
month later, she left me. I'm back. I would love
Yo,
to spend
welcome
an
back,
hour
dude.
with a
Back
girl
into
like
the
this.
fold.
I
Back
mean,
into the goon cave.
100% end up disappointing her and then spend the remaining 59 minutes, 30 seconds crying in a corner. But still, who came here from...
Man, if this isn't just a depiction of how sad the male fantasy is, like men, like the rest of the world wants us to believe that men are hard nut, like grizzled people that don't have emotions. And men fully know that they can go to Pornhub and use the comments as a collective congregation to vent their emotions, to treat the Pornhub directory like a therapist, because they know that it's the only place in the world where other people won't go to judge them, because everybody else in the comments of Pornhub are the same grizzled men that don't want to seem like they're pussies to the rest of the world. Which truly does go to show that men are disgusting and what they want is disgusting, and that we need to hug your homies. In fact, I made a picture depicting this exact thing. I cannot believe, guys, can you believe that men have emotions? Can you believe that men want one thing and that it's this disgusting? Like, God, imagine, men having emotions? How pathetic, right? Imagine men existing.
Facebook, how are you verified as the Roman Empire? For every like I get, I will not do the deed for a day. Update, I failed on the 3rd day. How can you call this ASMR when there's a missile warning alert?
See, that's my problem with No Nut November. When November comes around, it's not so much a no nut November, it's non-stop nut November. Why reflect? In case you didn't know, by the way, gooning is relatively healthy for you within certain degrees. It actually helps prevent cervical cancer, and it also helps prevent certain buildups of other things that would cause problems down in those areas. And, you know, every time you goon, you're supposedly going to be growing your area by a millimeter. So goon extensively. Do not resist the urge, so long as it's not done in inappropriate places.
Going off in the background, probably for
Just don't be one of those people who ends up on 4chan getting exposed in like public places.
If you hit the like button.
Goon in the
My
private of your own
little brother
home
just entered
or
the
around
room.
the people
This
that you
was
enjoy gooning
unexpected.
with.
When you're sick of solo queuing, and if you want to hop on Rainbow Six after you're done, Xbox.
Yeah!
Oh, Crystal, that smoke detector is low battery. Listen at 12:15.
Get you those
I mess with
homies.
Older ladies,
I suppose
but
I suppose this is really a good calling card, right? At least you know that the people in the comment, like I said a second ago, right? At least you know that the people in the comments of Pornhub videos are going to be the same kind of bros you're going to be growing it out with. People of a like-minded mentality.
Don't mess with fire safety. Has anyone ever thought about how weird it is that we like watching this stuff? I mean, we're the only living animal out of the millions who think it's satisfying to watch others do this. How are you?
Have you met dolphins? We're not the only ones. Dolphins are gooners just like us, because dolphins are homies.
Verified as Julius Caesar. Underrated video. Bro, it has 15 million views. What are you talking about? This girl has no butt. I like how you put the skull emoji. Maturing is realizing that not every woman has a big butt. These videos are straight lying. I tried seducing my teacher, and I got
That's why I
caught
watch
next week.
anime
This
instead.
is my last time, guys. Goodbye. I'll miss you all. Dude, your last login was 6 days ago. This comment was published 10 months ago. He's lying. There is nothing
Rip.
more attractive than watching three
Didn't
random
make it a
girls
single
lying
day.
on a bed in front of a giant window.
He was never gonna
pretending
leave.
to play video games with their PS4 controllers off, mashing random buttons and no TV.
You know, that's actually the thing that gets me the most. When you get hammy acting, I've seen some really, really obtrusive porn where they're like hamming up just a regular active, like what the kind of like stuff that's the most satisfying is when you get like the amateur people. You know, it's like a really cute couple and they're clearly gaming with each other and they're just doing the do as they do it. Then you get the porn stars who are like, okay, so this is a games console. You need to make it look like you're playing it, and then they're just like fumbling it like Nicolas Cage did in that one movie.
Why is there something rather than nothing? Why is there a universe and not simply nothing?
Oh,
Wouldn't it make more
existentialism.
sense
Yes,
if
my
there
favorite
was
thing to
nothing? Is there
talk
ever
about
at
when I'm
some
trying to
point
goon.
Nothing, not even time. Human mind can't imagine nothing or infinity. Anyone trying to play Club Penguin later? For being on the trail from 3 to 5, everyday bird watching. As the girls explained in the beginning, it's weird that he didn't bring
I mean, if you think about it, the people who would be gooning to this would all be in the same generation as the people who were playing Club Penguin back in the day. So asking that question in a Cornhub video might actually be the most appropriate rather than anywhere else.
binoculars or even a hat. What about the milk? It's going to spoil. And the cereal?
Not the
Fuck
milk!
Those are poor quality spacesuits. If you can rip them that easily. She looks like a vegan. 2855.
Should've got hired
but she
NASA for
ain't.
that shit.
Woman looks like Jimmy Fallon. Yo, Mr. White, the
Mr. White is about to get some chemistry going, I tell you what.
hell? Those cabinet handles are so ugly that I had to stop doing it to comment how ugly they are. God damn, it was 7 minutes before she took off her
Talk about
shoes.
priorities.
Full of content. I'm gonna try this with my cousin.
What?
Please don't. Wait, how did I
Alabama?
get here? Anything for family. It's always, what are you doing, step
This comment was made by Vin Diesel.
bro? But never, how are you doing, step bro? A bunch of sinners. Allow them. How are you both verified as God and Satan? What the hell are you doing on
God has entered the chat.
him, Mum? Lord, forgive me. I have sinned. Who wants to cup a Fortnite dub?
Wait,
Didn't come at a question.
I don't know if this
have
is like
seen
true
lots
or
of
not, but I would not be surprised if the official, like here's the thing. Every celebrity you know probably has a Pornhub account, right? And you fully know that they only make these accounts so that nobody else steals them and defames them. So that probably is the actual ninja. Like, if you are that famous, you want to make sure that nobody can take your name on these platforms and besmirch your name. So then if you've got the account, well, you know, I have the account, so I might as well use it, right? And if I'm gonna use the account, I mean, it's gonna be some good content, right?
Or Fortnite dub. Didn't cure my depression, but it's cool. I'm going to have to show this to the whole
Wouldn't it be funny if we saw a
development
Makari
team. This is
comp?
why GTA 6
See, now this is actually quite believable when you think about it. You know that the most based game devs are people, there are, like, people who work for game devs absolutely see the porn made of their games. You know, on the surface, Blizzard are going, no, please stop making Rule 34 of our characters, even though the Rule 34 is more popular than anything else that we've ever made of our game at this point. But on the internals, they're all sitting to themselves going, oh, dude, yeah, no, that's good inspiration right there. Oh, man, I didn't realize they could make our characters look that good. Hey, let's use that as reference next time.
is taking so long. There are no accidents.
Neffy, am I
The
gonna find
question
stuff from
is,
you in
how
here?
do you get stuck in the same? What have I become? I went to school with this girl. God damn, this is better than garlic bread. Nothing is better
Whoa. Okay.
garlic
Better than garlic
I bet she
bread?
has a good
I think not.
personality.
Guys,
Is
we've got a
it bad that
gaslighter
the
over
main
here.
reason I clicked this video is because the girl looks like my cousin. Sweet Home Alabama.
That's because it is your
I could
cousin.
disappoint her so hard. Who is she? Firefox's mum. My mum. Shame. Another cup of fake coffee wasted. Why put the coffee up on that shelf?
Look, if you see someone in these videos you know, don't be disappointed in them. Be proud of them knowing that they're getting their
If you love
paycheck.
someone else, then leave your current partner. It will help both of you. I have seen this dad with
I love getting
25
therapy from
daughters,
Cornhub
and I'm starting
comments.
to become
Just what I
suspicious.
needed to help
Don't
me
let
deal
this
with my
distract you
midlife
from the
crisis.
fact that Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 62
I have a sneaking suspicion I need to do a meme review of Cornhub on my Fansly at some point. You know, actually, I'm gonna make a thing. If this video gets like 10,000 views, I will do a Cornhub meme review on my Fansly.
cents. Later that week, the same clothes. Nice try. Finally, a safe for work video. Always feels weird watching the other ones with my family. Man, cut the music. I'm trying to bust.
Okay, you want a story that this is like the third comment somebody's made about accidentally showing porn to their family. I had this story of when I was around one of my friend's house. I'd been staying over for a couple days, and this was a friend of mine from like college, and basically I was just over spending some time. We were hanging out and stuff, but we were watching a movie one night. And my friend at one point, midway through the movie, says, "Oh, you know, I've got to go do some homework." So he went off, and I was just watching the movie with his family. Next thing we know, the screen changes to a Chromecast of what my friend was watching on his phone. It was definitely not a Christian-friendly Minecraft stream, I will tell you that. At which point, the dad tried screaming up to his son, who couldn't hear him. So we just sat there and had to wait. We changed the movie back, thankfully, but when he came back down about 20 minutes later, the mum had her face in her hands, but the dad had the biggest grin on his face and proceeded to chew him out for the next 30 minutes about his choice. Because not only was he watching some explicit content, specifically, it was stuff of the non-heterosexual variety. But his dad was totally cool with it. It was more so that he was more so annoyed that he had lied and left movie night to goon. I, however, as his friend, was very proud.
Bust a nut, not bust a move. Yo, man, instead of just typing a few hours later, can you put in this SpongeBob scene where the guy says,
Are you winning, son?
I would really appreciate it, thanks. That dude breathes like Darth Vader. That's actually hilarious. Now that you mention it, that's all I can hear. Acting,
Oh my
7 out of
God.
10. Girls, 8 out of 10. My pancakes, 11 out of 10.
What they
But
want
the
you to
links are
focus on
free
versus what you
V-Bucks.
actually
How are you
focus on.
verified as a Minecraft pig? Hello, I came here from YouTube because it had too many ads. Pretty good site so far, but I can't seem to find any cat videos. Mostly all I
Dude,
can
this is
find
just
are
like what
people
happened with
doing stuff
Tumblr.
like, you know, in that
People
kind of
left
manner.
Twitter
Need
because of
help?
all the
For every
bullshit and went
like,
to
I will get one
other
like,
websites.
you
Like,
son
damn,
of a-
can't handle
I'm
Twitter
in.
anymore.
I'm sorry, Michelle, for watching this. I love you. Did you know, on average, around 150,000 people die daily all around the world? That means if you watched this entire video, 1,243 people, rounded down, would have died while you were doing this. God bless you. Anyone know where
Wow,
I can
that's
buy this
crazy.
bed? How much
People
does it
exist
cost?
and
Please
die?
help. The covers are from IKEA. I bet the bed might be as well. The bed? Do you not see the gorgeous nightstand in the back? Wait, this isn't...
Actually, that's a real thing. You ever want great examples about things you can do for your house? The people who dress up porn sets are some of the most professional people on the planet. I straight up wouldn't blame or be surprised if many people have been inspired by the set designs of most of these kind of videos.
Disney.com. The pen in the beginning of the video is a Pilot G2 7mm gel ink pen. I would definitely have relations with that woman. Hey guys, watch out. Anybody know how long to cook potatoes for? 25 to 30 minutes at 450 degrees in the oven. I made this account.
Actually?
Ask what bros haircuts is. I'm too
Depends how you
scared
make
to
them.
show this to my barber. This is pretty much an untapered wolf cut for men. Check out Google. You'll see some similar styles you can show your barber. That is 100% the funniest moan I've ever heard. I can't get off to this. I start laughing every time she moans. All I can think about
This is when you realize that people are putting way too much effort into what it is they're watching. Also, you listen to the audio of the stuff you're watching?
is Formula 1 cars zooming past. The music was so
Nah,
jazzy.
you do what you gotta
It's one
do,
of the
T. I
most
appreciate you.
luxury things I have ever done to. I didn't nut. I arrived. Oh my god, they are naked. I'm sick and tired of doing this to girls online. I just want to do it to someone that loves me back. Me
Aw,
too, dude. One life
homie.
equals one day without
Aw,
doing
see what
the
I
deed.
mean?
have been true to
People
my
are so
word. I'm not able
lonely.
to fly.
What do you
I
mean?
can
When you
speak every
realize you're
language on
gooning not
earth, and
because
some
you're
of the
horny, but
world's,
because
I
you're
have plugged my
lonely.
mind
That's so
into the matrix.
sad.
I am currently writing this comment with my mind while doing some light meditation on the floor of the Pacific Ocean. Why the hell?
Listen, guys, gooning is good. That small little micro hit of dopamine feels good and all. I get it. But nothing will ever beat the warm sensation of being able to hug someone. Just go out there and find someone. Stop compensating. Stop compromising on getting a meaningful relationship with immense amounts of master. Because at the end of the day, if you go and meet someone, that person can help you master. Yeah, think about it. If you want to goon, get someone to goon with.
Is there a 25-second shot of the guy flexing his butt? I thought it would change scenes quickly, but instead, I just ended up, have a guess what he said next. Well, I don't have a guess, but what am I even saying? What is this video? How do you make cake in Minecraft? My mum blocked the Minecraft Wikipedia. What? I don't understand. I see.
Wait. Your mum blocked the Minecraft Wikipedia, but they didn't block Pornhub. Someone make that make sense to me. Someone make that make sense to me. Holy.
With God of War in the background. How is it possible they have time for smashing? I feel like this guy wakes up every morning and says to himself in the mirror, "This is my swamp." Ah, yes. Nothing like the taste of a nut in the morning for breakfast.
Oh,
that's why
glorious
I eat
nuts.
Planters peanuts
Not the kind of
for a
nut you're
great
thinking
and
of there.
hearty breakfast filled with nutrition. Oh my god.
Nutritional value in my
So
Pornhub
lucky.
video?
According to my Fitbit,
I love how I'm
I've
trying to
done
say
5 miles
Pornhub
to
rather
this.
than Pornhub. We know
Who
it's
wants
not
to play
happening.
Minecraft. Damn.
Yeah,
Why can't this happen to
Minecraft!
me? I'm on PlayStation all the time, and I never get girls doing this. Xbox is where it's at. Can anyone help me?
Why can I never go anywhere without getting away from the debate of, why can I never go anywhere to get away from the debate of PlayStation versus Xbox? Guys, it doesn't matter how tiny your dick is. You all got micro penises. Like, the difference between a 1.1 incher and a 1.2 incher isn't that much, but you still both have micro penises. We get it. Just get a giga dick instead and play PC.
Mods for Minecraft. Before you start, I advise installing Optifine. Sure, what mod do you want to install? I should really be doing my taxes right now.
People doing
My
like
name I
you know,
can't read on the YouTube video. Did you get your
the
taxes
demise
done?
of
I actually work
Craigslist
for TurboTax.
really did
TurboTax,
make people
blah, blah,
desperate
blah,
for
blah,
places to
blah.
play
I wish I
games
had
with
a
each other.
girlfriend who had friends like that. I wish I had a friend.
Oh,
Excuse me, what's this
homie.
Minecraft texture pack? What's the name of the cabinet? Been looking for a style like that. This comment made me scroll back up to the video and watch a part with the cabinets again. Now, I have another home improvement project on the to-do list. I blame you.
You see what I mean?
Hi, I'm
This shit
Mr.
happens
Book
way more
Buyer.
than like
I'll buy
you
those
might think that these are just very hyperbolic examples of people who are completely missing the point. But I think you misunderstand how generalized Cornhub has become into people's like lives. Like I have seen some of these kind of comments. In fact, every now and again when I do have a little goon sesh, I'll occasionally see comments like these. So you know this is like a very common thing.
Bobs for 20 schmeckles. Wait a minute, this isn't Captain Sparkle's new Skybound gameplay. I thought this was a secret ninja stream. Now, what if
Judging by the comment we saw earlier, wouldn't surprise me if Ninja does. Oh god, yeah, you know that's actually a point. Cornhub actually might be a better place to do your streams too. There's unironically more people watching Cornhub than there are watching Twitch at the most times, and at least Cornhub has better discoverability.
Off the Bible. Just a thought.
And it's less
Doing a
racist.
deed with a burnt hand from fireworks. Nothing can stop me. If you put this energy into something like, I don't know, hitting the gym, this guy would be a Mr. Olympia. This
True.
is not Attack on Titan, Season 4 Part 2. Are we gonna talk about how this man
Thank you
just
for that follow.
got laid in bleached jorts? What the hell is this music at the start? I'm enjoying myself, not playing Geometry Dash. If you pee and nut at the same time, your body
I mean, you
takes
can
a
do both.
screenshot. You can hear a car honk at 3:37s, so I don't think this girl is a real flight attendant. I think they are actually on land. I'm
What? Huh? Really? Whoa, 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 Mr. Bag Honey Boo. That sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Tending. I'm wondering why give her book is right and give him book is wrong. Is English not crazy? I just ate a really nice grapefruit. At least a 6.5 out of 10. Way too many seeds, but otherwise good texture, juice, and flavor. Damn, son. Sounds like an overall pleasant grapefruit experience. 100 likes, and I will tell my crush I like her. She said she likes me too. Thank you, guys.
Yo,
Now, this is the
my
yin to the yang of all
boy!
the
Getting
other
him a
memes about asking
girlfriend.
out people's crushes.
See, if
I'm
only it was
happy
that
for you,
easy.
man. When one
Pornhub's
succeeds,
helping out the
1,000
homies.
fail. I only watch this stuff for the story. As soon as they start doing stuff, I turn it off. It looks like my dad's.
He was watching hentai. I mean it. I meant what I said earlier. There are some hentai that have way better plots and way better story than any of the regular shit that I've watched.
Son, how do I get wood in Minecraft?
And animation
You hit
style,
the
holy
tree.
shit.
Very cool. I will write a poem about this. So guys, is the Area 51 raid still on? If I had a nickel for every time I saw a step bro step sis, I would be rich. If I had a nickel for every time a French king died,
Oh god, we got a
after
lot of
hitting their
text.
head on a door frame, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Man.
Wait a minute. Oh, double take that. If I had a nickel for every time a French king died after hitting their head on a door frame. Dude, you wouldn't even be alive. What the hell? I mean, wait, that... The fact that door frames have a better kill count than I do in Fortnite is concerning.
Twice. Man, what the hell? Your friend offered you to have a nice sleepover so you guys could play Fortnite. And you
Speaking of
decided to get
Fortnite!
with his mother. You are the absolute worst friend anyone could ask for. I hope you and his mom rot in hell. You disgust me. Damn, did this happen to you, man? Damn, hella defensive.
Ouch.
My HP L4411A. Office Jet mobile printer is jamming. Any troubleshooting tips? Hey, bud,
Oh yes,
I
the
would
best
say
place
try
to go for
calling HP.
troubleshooting.
I have had the same printer since 2004, and they've been keeping...
Actually, guys, you know what? The next time I need to help troubleshooting my VTube model, maybe I'll just go to Pornhub instead.
It's alive and strong. Guys,
Guys, my
driving test.
my
I feel
VTube
like
model
crying.
won't move
Oh,
properly.
don't
Anyone
worry,
want to
dude.
help me with
I failed
this?
3 times before I passed. The way I see it, the more...
Guys, please help. I am lacking in money to afford my subscription for YouTube Premium. I want to take it to the man by not watching any ads. If anybody could help me with my subscription, that would be amazing. A small donation of $4.99 to the GoFundMe for my YouTube Premium subscription.
The more times you do it, the more you learn. I hope you didn't get discouraged to do it again and passed. Inbox me if you want any driving tips or anything. I've started using Shrek as a unit of time, where 1 Shrek equals 1 hour and 35 minutes, the length of the movie. Examples: see you in Shrek. Dinner will be ready in half a Shrek. My birthday is only 469.9 Shreks away. Try reading this when you're stoned. Or
The
drunk,
kind of
or you're
people who
sober.
exist
Yeah,
in
sober
Cornhub
works too.
comments are the
We
same
did
kind
not
of
make
people who
these
exist in
characters for this. Please
YouTube
stop.
comments. It's
Wow,
just
who is
the
she?
people in
I
Cornhub
made this
comments lack the
account. I need to
filter.
tell you the answer. She is your mum. I don't think mum jokes
Whoa.
are ever gonna die, are they? It was my birthday today, and none of my friends said happy birthday. Not gonna lie,
Aww.
kinda made me upset. So I was hoping to get 1 or 2 happy B-days from you guys. I made an account just to tell you happy birthday.
Oh, that's
These
so
comments are just like Reddit
wholesome.
for people who feel alone after doing the thing.
Thing is, you
Well,
never know who's
actually,
gonna be
that's
in the comments of a
definition
Cornhub
Reddit.
video.
No, I think Reddit
Maybe
is for dumb people pretending
you need
they're
help with your
smart,
math
but then there are
homework.
also some smart
Mathematicians
people.
exist down there.
Whoa, is that a Model 75?
Never know when you're gonna run into a
Lego
celebrity
Star
from
Wars
Star
Millennium
Wars down there,
Falcon in the
too.
background? That set was dope. Oh, I love Lego so much. Can someone recommend some builds?
You fully know that this dude was edging himself all the way through the video, but the second he saw the Millennium Falcon, he got his, oh, I'm arriving. Oh, yeah, no, that's the stuff. Is that a Millennium Falcon? Oh!
Good movie. Love her facial expressions, but I can see in the beginning of the clip they are using CFL.
Oh, here we
light
go
bulbs.
again!
LED bulbs are cheap now and save you a lot of electricity. Not only that, but most are rated for over 20 years. Just my 2 cents. Y'all ever nut and just realize life is devoid and just meaningless, and that you aren't doing anything productive at all anymore? Cool video though.
My guy became self-aware of the entire paradigm of being a gooner. Yes. Yes, you've come to the realization that gooning for most people is a subsidy for actually doing something productive with their day. You've come to the realization that rather than chasing real dopamine hits and getting serotonin out of existing in this world, you're instead getting a quick fix out of a very small dopamine hit from gooning rather than actually getting anything meaningful in your life. Yes, you have just realized you have a porn addiction.
It's a nice bathtub. God damn. You know, obviously I didn't find these memes by going on the hub myself, but I do sometimes wonder with videos like this, what are people watching to find these comments? Obviously ignorance is bliss, and I actually don't want to know.
I would like to say
It's
that this is
some
more of a
crazy shit.
sign of our very, very bored existence. We are all so cooked for a dopamine hit and needing entertainment that we try and scrape it from every dreg we can and then realize that there are places for better entertainment than YouTube.
So I've decided I'm uploading this video on Christmas Day.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed this video and want to see me watch more stuff like this, then let me know in the comments. And if this video does well, hey, you know what I said earlier. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Join me on Twitch, check out my Patreon, and join our Discord. And I'll catch you all next time. This video is not getting monetized. This video is absolutely not getting monetized. If it does, I'll be shocked.